Let's get started, baby. I've been seeing you all night long, and I wanna see that body go crazy. So baby, tell me what we gon' do.
Hi beautiful people, what's up, what's good, what's up, what's good, what's up? Hi. Okay y'all, so we're gonna get into it. Today I'm going to be breaking down the difference between whole life insurance and term life insurance. We are going to break it down in the simplest terms, really like for an elementary school student. So there are two main types of life insurance: whole life and term life. Other people may talk about universal life as well, but we're not going to get into that. That's like a hybrid in my opinion. It's technically a part of whole life, but it's a hybrid. We're not going to get into that. So whole life versus term life insurance. What is the difference? And before we get started, please pause this and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down low. Make sure you guys subscribe. Thank you guys so much for people who are subscribed and watching. Road to 400. So let's get it. Okay, let's start with whole life insurance. So whole life insurance is a asset. I call whole life insurance an asset because it builds cash value. So the biggest difference between whole life insurance and term life insurance is that whole life insurance is permanent coverage. So whole life insurance is coverage pretty much until you die. As long as you pay the premium, you're covered. Term life insurance is temporary. So when you think of term, starts with the letter T, think of temp. Term life insurance is temporary. It is for a set amount of time. So, for example, I have both a whole life insurance policy and a term life. I actually have a few life insurance policies. But I have a whole life insurance policy that is for $30,000. And then I have a term life insurance policy that is for $1 million. The whole life insurance policy is in place until I die. The term life insurance policy is in place until I turn 80. And while I know y'all are like, oh, but that's pretty much the same, like, you know, you turn 80 till you die is pretty much, yeah. But as I said, it's in place until I'm 80. So if I turn 81, bitch, then it's done. I don't get anything because the coverage expired a year ago. Whereas whole life, no matter what, you know, what age I die, I'm good. So that is the first thing: permanent coverage versus temporary coverage. Term life insurance does have a cutoff time. So that is the first thing: permanent versus temporary coverage. Using that same example, let's talk about how much I pay a month. For a whole life insurance policy, I have a whole life insurance policy that also has a term life insurance on it, as well as a children's rider. So my baby has a policy as well. For that in total, it also has like $150,000 on term. So in total for that policy, I pay about $120 a month, right? For my $1 million term policy, I have it through a different company, $1 million term policy. Right now I pay $35 a month, right? And so I know you're like, girl, $1 million versus, you said in total with the other policy I probably get about $200,000, right? However, so yes, that is a big difference. $120 versus $30 something. I'm obviously getting more for my money with the term policy, which is why some people get it. You do get more for your money. However, term premiums change. If you learn nothing from me, if you take nothing from this video, look at me. Term premiums change. So yes, right now I'm paying $35 a month for my policy. By the time I turn 50, I'm paying about $200 a month. By the time I turn 65, I'm paying about $350 a month. Mind you, by the time I turn 65, I'm probably retired. So now at 65, I have a term life policy, the one that I got when I was 20 something. I have that same policy that I started off paying $35 for. Now at 65, I have to pay 400 something to keep that policy in place. Or else everything that I just paid for that term life policy from the jump, everything is gone. So in order to keep that policy in place, now the premium's going up, going up, going up as I get older. By the time I turn 70, that premium is about $1,000 a month. By the time I turn 80, that premium is about $1,500 a month. You think I can afford a $1,500 a month premium at 80 years old when I'm not working? No. Moral of the story is, term policy is temporary for a reason. It makes sense now because it's a small amount that you're paying. However, that premium does go up as the years go up. So yeah, the premium does go up as the years go up. So by the time you are in your retirement stages, baby, you paying about $500 a month for a policy that you probably cannot afford. Meanwhile, using the same example, like we're using my real life policies. That's my real life policy. I can literally show y'all. I'm not going to show you. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to show y'all literally the actual how much I'll be paying a month. Whole life, I'm paying that $120 a month for the rest of my life. When I'm 50, I'm still paying $120 a month. Even though at 50 now I'm paying more than that. I'm paying about twice that to get the term policy, the $1 million term policy. At 50, I'm still paying $120 a month. At 60, I'm still paying $120 a month. At 70, I'm still paying $120 a month. At 80, I'm still paying $120 a month. And I still have my policy in place. And again, my baby got coverage through that policy as well, because whole life insurance often have children's riders. So my baby is covered off that. Term life insurance, your kid's not covered, baby. So you gotta get them a separate policy. Whole life insurance, they typically have children's riders. Children are typically covered. So again, right now, yes, I'm paying more. I'm paying about 3, 6, 9, 12. I'm paying about 4 times more. But in about 10 years, the tables will turn. So that's that. That is, so moral of the story is premiums increase on term life policies. The amount that you pay every month is called a premium. Premiums increase on term life policies. They fluctuate. They go up and down. On whole life policies, they do not. So term life premiums fluctuate. Whole life policy premiums do not. They stay steady. Okay, so that is, again, another benefit. So oftentimes people will tell you to get a term life insurance policy. Do not get a whole life insurance policy. They'll tell you to get a term life. It's much cheaper. And then, you know, it's literally just for, as I said, like, so if I was to pass away at like 30 or 35, great. At 40 even, I'm probably still gonna be paying that policy. Not great for me, obviously, but you know, it pays out. But if I'm hoping to live a long life and I'm expecting to live a long life, that term policy is kind of pointless. So, however, let me tell y'all. So people will tell you to pay for they'll tell you a whole life insurance policy is a waste of time. And they'll tell you to pay for a term policy and invest the difference. Because essentially all life insurance in general is you're getting, all life insurance in general is you're getting money after like you're passing down money after you pass, basically. Like for me, my beneficiary is my child. So I want it so that my child can have, you know, some money after I pass. So the whole point of it is to have money. But if you have money, then obviously you don't need life insurance because you have money to pass on to your kids. So oftentimes people will tell you to not get a whole life insurance policy. They'll tell you to get a term life insurance policy and to just invest the difference. They're going to tell you to, so like in my case, it's 35 versus 120. We'll say 125. So that's 90. So they're going to tell you to invest that $90 a month in something else that grows your money. And then that's your money that you get to pass down to your kids. Great if you have that discipline. Not many people do. Not many people do. Because truthfully, if we're being real, if everybody had that discipline, then everybody would be rich. Everybody would be investing their money. So I think it's more so about what you think is best for you. Like if you know you're not the type to set aside some money on the side and start investing on the side, get a whole life insurance policy. Whole life insurance, and I started this video saying it was an asset. So there are 3 main differences between whole life and term life. One is that whole life is permanent, term life is temporary. The other one is that whole life has a steady premium, term life premium fluctuates. And so the last thing that I do want to speak on is the cash value. So I said whole life insurance is an asset because whole life insurance builds cash value. So when you, as I said, I have a $30,000 whole life insurance policy. And so basically, say like 10 years down the line, I'm strapped for cash and I don't have any, I can actually borrow against that policy. So like the premiums that I've been paying and stuff, it's literally in like a little bowl in a sense. And so they allow you to borrow off of that policy. So it's literally an asset in that sense. It builds cash value. You can literally withdraw cash from that. Term life insurance, you cannot. You're just paying your premium, and then if you pass, they pay your beneficiary. But that's it. Like, there's no other benefits to term life insurance. There's no cash value. There's no investment. No. You literally just pay the premium and go. And then also, speaking of premiums, y'all, if you miss a term life insurance premium, their policy is canceled. If you miss a whole life insurance premium, you're good. They would literally take what you've paid in the past and like use that to offset what you owe. They're not going to immediately cancel your thing. Whereas, as I said, if you do it with term life, if you miss a premium, you're done. Not only are you done, you just wasted all your money. You lost all that money that you lost it all. You're done. You wasted your money. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big one, because people who are investing in term life, you just have to be responsible for real. So I think the moral of the story is, like, as I said, people be like, oh, invest in term life insurance or pay for whole term life insurance and invest in a different. That takes discipline. Not missing a premium, not missing a payment, that takes discipline. So for the responsible folks who, and I mean, again, it's to each his own. For responsible folks who know that you'll be able to keep up with premiums, who feel like by the time you turn 50, you're gonna have the money to pass down to your kids. You won't even need a life insurance policy no more. Like, if that's your goal, 100% get a term policy. 100%. However, if you're self-aware and you know that your bill's not on auto pay, like if they're not on auto pay, they're not gonna get paid. If you know that you are not the type to invest, if you know that you spend every single dime that you make, get a whole life policy so that when you die, your kids not gonna have to do no GoFundMe, your family not gonna have to do no fish fries. Like, just get a whole life insurance policy. Get a policy for your kid, please. But no, just get a whole life insurance policy. That way you have final expense coverage. You'll still have some left over for your kid. And yeah, most whole life insurance policies, they also come with like term policies that are also convertible and renewable. So y'all, I hope this helped. I really do. I'm going to summarize it one last time just to be sure we are clear. So y'all, the main differences in whole life and term life insurance, there are 4, okay? 1, whole life is permanent. Term life is temporary. 2, whole life has a steady premium. Term life premium goes up as the years go up, okay? 3, whole life insurance builds cash value. Term life insurance does not, okay? And then last but not least, 4, whole life insurance, if you miss a premium, if you miss a payment, the policy is still in place. Term life insurance, you miss a payment, you're done for, okay? You're done. The policy cancels. I mean, granted, they might have a little grace period, but the policy cancels. Whereas if you miss a premium with whole life, they will literally like just pay it from your other ones. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So those are the main differences. I hope that this helped. I genuinely do. I hope this video helped. Hope I explained it okay. If you guys are interested in sitting down with me one-on-one, having a talk about life insurance, if y'all are interested in getting your own life insurance, hit me up. I'm going to put the link to schedule a life insurance meeting with me in the description, so go ahead and do that. You guys can also follow me on Instagram at Caprice T. I'm going to be posting life insurance reels, and yeah, and you can also like click the link in my bio to go ahead and schedule a life insurance meeting with me there. So yeah, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm in my bag this year, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not just gonna do black owned stuff. Well, first of all, I'm always gonna only do black owned stuff. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I'm not only going to post about black owned stuff, but I'm always only shopping black owned, period. Never ever doubt that. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, comment some stuff that you want to see. Let me know if this was helpful. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Appreciate you guys, love you guys.
Every time I need this, devil make another.
Let's get started, baby. I've been seeing you all night long, and I